Morning, guys. Just having my morning coffee, drop the kids off to school. I just wanted to have a bit of a chat this morning about what your limiting beliefs around money might look like. So we're just in the middle of a 3-day mastermind for people that have just jumped into this business or are looking at jumping into this business. And one of the topics that came up was your money story. And so a big part of what's happened to me and a lot of people when we jump into this amazing rural freedom movement is the personal growth that's happened. And so I strongly believe in the law of attraction and the universal intelligence, in that we create what we attract what we think about. What we think about is we create, and our beliefs are what we create in life for us. So, for example, if you're constantly saying to yourself, I'm tired, I'm overwhelmed, I'm stressed, what do you think is going to happen? You're going to feel more tired and overwhelmed, more stressed, more fatigued, and then you actually create that story for yourself again. And it's very similar for things like I've chosen to change my story about how I speak about my body and my weight, and sometimes some dissatisfaction with that. And I'm sure everyone can relate to that. So, in past times, I've said, I'm overweight, I can't lose weight, I'm unfit, I don't like my body, I wish I could change this. And so that actually keeps you stuck in that space. The universe and the energy, everything's energy. The smallest atom, if you know your science, is energy, and then everything built up, whether it's solid, liquid, person, it's all energy. So I've lost my train of thought for a minute. So when we talk about what we're saying to ourselves, we are actually creating that ourselves. And I've delved into Ask and It Is Given, which is an amazing audible about how you create your desires and achieve what you want in life, whether it's health and fitness, whether it's financial success, whether it's family time, whether it's whatever. So a new way of looking at, say, my body, for example, is I'm 50, so I wake up every morning and I look and I go, oh my God, that is an amazing 50-year-old body. I am so impressed with this body. I love you. And every night when I go to sleep, when I do my 10 gratitudes, I go, thank you to my body for letting me chop wood, for letting me ride my horse, for letting me go out and walk around the paddocks, because there's so many people in this world that we know cannot do that. So this is where I segue into our beliefs around money. And what I want you to do is I want you to think about what your beliefs are around money. And this is part of the personal growth that happens. So I had beliefs around money that I had to work really hard to get money, and that that being middle class, so having an average income and an average life, and just getting by with being able to have a few of the finer things in life, like go out for tea or even have horses, that was okay to accept that. And also the belief that if I didn't work really hard, physically hard and long hours to get money, then I didn't deserve it, or it wasn't deserved. And so it's that whole, thing that we hear, like, if it's too good to be true, it can't be true. And I guess that's probably something that comes up when you hear us talk about what we can achieve in the Rural Freedom Movement and working with the NAGIC is the abundance of time and money. Money is energy as well. You know, it may seem too good to be true, but it's actually not. And we actually don't have to work hard to have money, and we actually all deserve to have money. And, you know, you could go down the whole rabbit hole that, you know, society and people in power want us to be middle class so that we're kept in our place and we don't have freedom of choice. We don't have power. We aren't empowered. And, you know, that's a whole other rabbit hole that I could go down without, you know, but you know the gist that I'm talking about. So what I want you to do is I want you to think about what your beliefs are about money. What messages did your parents give you when you were children? And it's no fault of your parents. It was probably what they were brought up. You know, our parents lived through and our relatives lived through depression. They lived through wars. They lived through really hard times. And we're in a place in the world now where we can choose what happens to us in our life. So I want you to have a think about, what messages you have around money, about how you have to earn money, and also what it means to have money. What judgments do we have around people with lots of money? Do they have to be arrogant? Do they have to be entitled? Do they, whatever, I don't know what it is, but only you can look at that yourself. And I did have judgments around people with a lot of money and, you know, presumed that they'd be selfish and entitled and arrogant, and now I'm in this space that is actually not true. The people in this space are not like that. These people in this space are so grateful for what they've got. They live a life of abundance, and money is just the energy that allows us to do what we want to do. It allows us to travel. It allows me to have time for my horses. It allows me to have time with my family. It allows me to not have to think about what I want to do in life. So, and if you really want to get really deep into it, you know, the next thing that you would do is write a letter to money, because we should treat money, should treat money like we would a loved one. Like we need to be great. We can be grateful for money. So every time we pay a bill, every time money comes in, be grateful for that. And even though it's the smallest thing and it might be not where we want to be now, gratitude for the small things that we have and the small things that we can buy creates more abundance. So I hope that helps, and I hope that's food for thought. So I'll put this on my YouTube site, and I'll also do a bit of an edit and put it on my Insta and my Facebook. So if you've got any questions about that, or you want any, like I've got heaps of resources where you can look into this even further and change your relationship with money and think of money as just an energy or a conduit to get what we want. And it's not a bad thing, because people often, you know, don't want to talk about money or embarrassed to talk about money. So hope that's been helpful. Have an amazing day. So looking forward to taking my beautiful Dancy down to Borneo for the weekend for dressage comp. I've never ridden at Borneo, so I'm so grateful that this business has given me the time to be able to go and do that and enjoy that. So have an amazing day.